Hello there, my spiritual entrepreneur friends, truth seeker friends, and all those people who are noticing this heightened self-awareness, this consciousness change. So there's something beautiful that is unfolding through me on my path that I want to share with you because there are so many wonderful keys in it. And this will help you come into your conviction as to what you are here to do, what your spirit mission is, and stand in that strongly so that you can take your steps bold, so that you can create this movement that you're going forward in your business. Because if you are at the part where you know that you're here to bring something, but you're doubting it and you feel like you need clarity and you need one more course and maybe one more piece of something, anything, where you need to take in more information, or just this distraction happened right now, or gotta take care of family, or going through challenge, all of those things are just the things that used to be in your system, that used to be accepted, and now we're changing states of consciousness. We're going into conviction, okay? Because when you are in conviction, none of those things can knock you off. When you embody conviction, and by the way, this is what I take you through in my embodied conviction workshop. We're bringing this information, this awareness, and stepping into the higher consciousness together. We're doing it through taking our nervous system there, okay? Because when you feel something, that is when you have the experience of it, and then you take action in it. So what I want to share with you how this happened is through the last few weeks and months, there have been losses and perceived losses, shifts in my life. Perceived loss of relationships, time alone being spent more, less with how it used to be with the people in my life. Bigger challenges showing up in the family system, kind of like helplessness feelings, because you cannot barge into anybody's free will, even if people are choosing, I don't want to say wrong choices. What I want to say is that when it's obvious that it comes from a mind filled with the pains of, self-worth stuff. So this is when it goes into the points where it becomes a problem in life. So dealing with those, and also recognizing that I am going through a quantum shift, that I am growing, that I am expanding, that I am getting more embodied, knowing what I am here to bring. Noticing that when people in the past would question what I did or not understood, I thought I had to really almost like convince them. And then I thought, well, what's wrong with my explanation then? How come it's not understood? So holding these dualities, right? Really difficult relational situations with people. And also noticing that which I desire and I place my focus on, which is showing up in my service, showing up like this, putting this into everyday's life that I come share with you. And I share with you in different platforms, in different types of relationships. Here I can speak to you longer, and it feels like you're with me. And then in my teaching containers, you know, it really is a kind of like a holding hands together walk into my client's next identity. They get highly activated. So, I love when these things come. You know, I am convinced now, I am unshakably convinced now through coming here, through holding and walking in that duality in my life. Keep walking in what I know is truth, and that is God. That is the non-religious understanding of God, of source of life, of the one that is and we are of, and expressions of, and being aware of the present moment. And the longer I did it, the clarity became conviction and like got ignited under me. And all of a sudden this path in front of me, knowing that every step I take in this, from this space, listening to what I am being guided to share, so living in the servitude of giving myself as, let me be the instrument of this divine message, the conviction gets stronger and the embodiment gets stronger. So in one day, I shifted weeks, actually months of these relational situations. And it is when I said, okay, I know I am to go forward. You know, do I walk away from these people? I know I can't. I know the real love, truth, doesn't leave anybody behind. And I know I am not to push. And I went deep into meditation, found that fountain of life space, and like stood in the rhythm with it. You know, I asked, Christ, God, help me in this. And came like this surge, this force of life, of truth, of expansion, of knowing, and say, write this letter and go over there, speak from this space and write this text. And I did it all. And it was beautiful turning around, beautiful space opening up, truth coming out, constriction that was there, you know, opened up in between people. You know, people's nervous systems got calmed down. They started to feel again like, whew, okay, we can take the next step. So I invite you, if you feel like you've been, you know, at the same thing over and over, because searching for clarity is like an addiction. And it is because regardless how often it comes to you, you don't believe enough in yourself yet, so you're not convinced in that. So that is what we're gonna do. Actually, we already did it, so it's already recorded. This is what we've done in the Embodied Conviction workshop. It is highly activating. It kicks you out onto the other side, full ahead, going ahead in your purpose here. You will know what to say. You will know who to say it to. You shift. Your mind doesn't need to worry about how it's going to be. Link is in the description.